Don't tell anyone because no one would believe what's going to happen to you after you hear this prayer until the end. What is about to be revealed here defies all logic and rational explanation. It's a miracle, something money can't buy, but that will attract prosperity into your life in a new way. So, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with that special person who also needs a miracle. Have you spent sleepless nights wondering how to pay your bills? Have you felt that tightness in your chest when you saw your empty wallet? Have you ever looked up to the sky and said, "Lord, I can't take it anymore, give me a sign"? If any of these questions touched your heart, stay here with me. This video came to you because something is moving in the spiritual realm on your behalf, and this prayer is the key. But it's a secret. Don't share it with those who doubt, who mock, or who have a closed heart. This prayer only works for those who believe, for those who have true faith. In just 2 minutes you'll feel something change. The Bible says in Isaiah 45 verse 3, "And I will give you hidden treasures and riches stored in secret places, so that you may know that I am the Lord, the God of Israel, who calls you by name." These invisible, hidden treasures, those riches that no one sees, they are the ones coming to you. Out of nowhere. From where you least expect. Because God acts like that, silently, invisibly, and suddenly everything changes. If you believe, write in the comments, "I receive with gratitude." That phrase is a spiritual decree. It's like saying to heaven, "I trust. I believe. I am ready." Now take a deep breath, stay here with me. With an open heart, full of faith, let's begin this prayer that will touch heaven and make the impossible happen in your life. Repeat with me. I know something is happening right now, something I can't yet see with my eyes, but I already feel it in my heart. A calm and steady force, as if invisible hands are leading me out of this hardship that's lasted so long. Even without understanding, I choose to believe. Because I need to. Because I can't bear living in fear of not being able to cover the basics anymore. With my mind full of worries, every time the day breaks. There are moments when everything seems stuck, nothing flows, and money slips through my fingers like water. And I just look up, trying to understand where I went wrong. But now, I don't want to blame myself anymore. I don't want to feel defeated by what's beyond my control. I want to trust, rest, take a deep breath, and allow something greater to do for me what I've tried so many times in my own strength. Today I open my mouth, but most importantly, I open my heart to speak to you, to this force that hears me even in silence and knows every tear that's fallen when no one was looking. I am here, soul exposed, heart wide open, because I feel that it's time to turn the page, to change the story, to dry my eyes and start over with true faith. I want a new path. I want to live days where money isn't a source of sadness, anxiety, or fear. I want to open my account and feel relief, peace, joy. I want to help those in need, buy what's missing at home without counting coins. I want to live, not just survive. I know this desire is fair, pure, and honest, and that's why I believe it will be answered. I speak with faith because I'm tired of crying out in despair. I've already cried begging for help, now I cry because I feel hope. And no matter how impossible it may seem, no matter if no one believes, even if it sounds like madness, I know that money can appear out of nowhere. When life decides to change, there's no explanation. The impossible is only impossible until the moment it happens. And I believe with all my heart that this moment is now. The locked doors, I believe they're opening. The debts that tormented me, I believe they're starting to be resolved. The right ideas, the right paths, the right encounters, everything is beginning to align. Even if my eyes see nothing yet, my soul feels that it's coming, that it's already here, that it's been released from above, in silence, without warning, but with strength, purpose, and clear direction. I don't tell anyone, not to hide it, but because this miracle is so sacred, so deep, that only those who feel it can understand. Only those who live through this turning point know its value. That's why I keep this prayer as a treasure, as an alliance between who I am and who I'm about to become. A new me, a new phase, a new life. May everything that blocked my path now be undone. May negative words, thoughts of lack, and old fears be erased. May only what blesses, builds, and transforms remain. May I prosper without guilt, without fear, without doubt. May I feel worthy of this change because I am. Because even tired, even wounded, I never stopped believing. And if this prayer reached me, it wasn't by chance. It was an answer, a gift, a sign. So I receive it with all the faith I have. I receive this new phase. I receive the money that will come without explanation. I receive the unexpected opportunities, the earnings that appear from nowhere, the solutions that spring up where there were problems. May my home feel this new time. May every corner be touched by this energy of abundance, provision, and peace. May the bills be paid. May food never be lacking. May the money come and stay. May everything that was unfairly taken from me return multiplied. May everything that was promised to me in prayer be fulfilled now. I give my anguish and receive peace. I give scarcity and receive abundance. I give fear and receive certainty. I give pain and receive relief. And I know I'm not alone. Even when no one understands, even when no one believes, even when everything seems stuck, something is moving in my favor. And that's why I keep going with faith, with courage, believing that 2 minutes are enough for everything to change. Because it's not time that brings the miracle, it's the faith with which you live that time. And now, with my heart full of hope, I declare, I believe. I don't tell anyone, but I hold on to this certainty. Something powerful is happening, and my financial life will never be the same again. Even if the wait has been long, even if the days have dragged by with unfulfilled promises, today I choose to trust again. I choose to look forward with faith in my eyes and hope in my chest. Something inside me says this wait wasn't in vain. That every tear, every overdue bill, every struggle taught me, strengthened me. I don't need to understand everything. I don't need to know how it will happen. What matters isn't the path, it's the destination. And I believe I'm being guided exactly to where the answer awaits me, where the money I need already exists, where the life I dreamed of has already been released, just waiting for the right moment to manifest. May everything that once seemed unreachable, distant, impossible, now begin to draw near. With ease, with flow, with the certainty that the universe heard my cry, understood my pain, received my faith, and is now moving with force to deliver everything that was promised. Everything I asked for with sincerity, with a heavy heart but full of hope. I'm not ashamed of my struggles, of having counted coins, of having said I can't so many times. I know this difficult phase is being left behind. And soon, very soon, I'll look back on all this with gratitude, not for the suffering but for what I learned, for how I grew, for how I matured. Within the pain, I discovered invisible forces working for me. Chains were broken, blocks were removed, barriers were destroyed. And I allow this to continue. Without resistance, without guilt. I've understood that to prosper is an act of faith. It's honoring everything I've been through. I no longer want to fear the future, or lay my head on the pillow doing calculations. I no longer want to live counting the days until the next paycheck, waiting for a miracle. Because now I know, the miracle is already happening. It began the moment I opened my heart to this prayer and chose to believe again. I receive every word spoken over my financial life. I receive the hidden blessings, the good surprises, the unexpected deposits, the deals that work out, the doors that open effortlessly, the solutions that arise where there was chaos. I receive not only the money but the peace of knowing it will come at the right time in the right way. And if I was once mocked for dreaming big, if I was judged for insisting, today I understand, it was part of the process. And no one needs to believe in what only I was called to live. Because the greatest miracles happen in silence, behind the scenes, away from the eyes of those who doubt. And when the money arrives, and it will, I'll know it was an answer, it was care, it was love, it was a gift. I'll use it wisely, consciously, and generously. Without fear of lacking, because now a new flow has entered my life. A new frequency, an energy that once seemed distant but now pulses within me. The certainty that money can come from nowhere when everything seems lost. Simply because heaven decided to surprise me. It doesn't matter what they say if no one believes, if it seems like madness. Something in me has already changed. And this internal shift is a sign that everything around me will change too. The blessings are not on their way, they've already started. And every detail of my life is being realigned so that money, peace, and abundance become natural in my path. Now that my heart is light, my soul warmed, I feel as if a key has turned inside me, as if a door that was once sealed has opened. Not before my eyes but in my spirit. And that's why I know, this prayer will work. It will work because it was made with faith, surrender, and truth. It will work because I didn't hesitate, didn't get distracted, didn't doubt. I remain. I believe. And no matter how impossible it seems to those who are trapped in logic, something is coming. Coming from above. From the invisible hands that make everything happen. This prayer is so powerful, so transformative that I can't explain it. Because miracles can't be explained, they're lived. That's why I keep this prayer in silence, as a secret between me and heaven, because I know that if I tell it, many will doubt. But when they see the money appear, the doors open, everything changed, they'll understand. What was done here was great, was divine, was real. And now I declare, my financial life is changing this very instant. I declare that the money that once seemed distant is coming near. I declare that what was stuck begins to flow. I declare that where there was lack, there will now be abundance. No one needs to understand. The miracle is mine. The answer is mine. and the time is now. If you felt what I felt, if this prayer touched you like it touched me, write in the comments, "I receive with gratitude." Don't delay. Don't overthink. This is more than a comment. It's a seal, a testimony, a way of saying to heaven, "I believe. I lived it. I was reached." And if this prayer brought you peace, reignited your faith, gave you strength to go on, share it. Bring this light to someone who needs it. What an honor that is, right? If you're already subscribed to the channel, thank you for walking with us in faith. Your presence keeps this chain of miracles alive. If it's your first time here, welcome. You didn't get here by chance. It wasn't luck or coincidence, it was a calling. If this touched your heart, subscribe. Here you'll find prayers that transform, words that uplift, faith that pulses, miracles that never cease. Now take a deep breath and feel this peace. You know why? Because everything has already begun to change. And when you least expect it, the money will appear out of nowhere. You'll remember this prayer, this moment, and you'll smile with shining eyes because you'll know, I didn't tell anyone, but I lived the impossible. Watch this video and say this prayer more than once so that you begin to internalize the power of transformative faith. May abundance find you in silence. May the surprise come without warning. God is always with you.